Good evening. At this time, I would ask everyone to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, students and guests. My name is Allison Kistinger. I'm the coordinator of Adult Education Program. I would like to welcome you to the Practical Nursing Commencement. It gives me great pleasure to be here to share this evening with you. We are very proud of each and every one of our students who have worked so hard to achieve this goal. At this time, I would like to introduce our BOCES board member, Mrs. Tina McKay. Our BOCES Central Administration District Superintendent, Dr. James Langlois. Assistant Superintendent, Mr. John McCarthy. Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Lynn Allen. And the Director of Career and Technical Education, Ms. Catherine Bellistrieri. I would also like to introduce our nursing facilitator and instructor, Mrs. Judy Gromer, and our nursing instructor, Shafali Mehta Mohan. In addition, I would like to welcome our clinical instructors, counselors, and staff if they could stand. And Dr. Lynn Allen will deliver opening remarks.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all of our graduates who are being honored here tonight. It is my sincere pleasure to provide the opening remarks at such a joyous occasion. As I watched each of you enter the room in your nurses' uniforms, I could not help but feel truly grateful to each and every one of you for choosing this very noble career path. I know that choosing to pursue a career in the health field, especially aspiring to become a nurse, is more than a job, it is a calling. I know that your choice to become an LPN goes far beyond how much money you will make or what advances it may eventually lead you to. I know that it is a calling to those like yourselves who deeply care about people and have an innate desire to help, to soothe, and to ease the discomforts experienced by others. I know firsthand what a profound impact that you will have on those you will care for. A few years ago, I had a very straightforward surgery that unfortunately resulted in many serious complications. Although all of the LPNs and RNs who cared for me were clearly well-trained and extremely competent professionals, it was their caring, their compassion, and the personal connections that they made with me that I credit for my ultimate recovery. While I was hospitalized for an extended period of time, my nurses stayed by my side when my family could not be with me because I was so sick. They vigilantly watched over me when I was at my weakest and my condition was unstable. They soothed my every discomfort, both of body and mind. They constantly reassured me, they encouraged me, and they kept me thinking positively. Through the many hours that I was hospitalized, they talked with me, they kept me company, and they never made me feel alone, not even for a single second. When I was resting, I could often hear them quietly come in to check on me. And on almost every occasion, they would gently place their hand on my forehead, on my cheek, on my arm, or on my hand. And even though I could not always acknowledge them because I was so weak, I took great comfort knowing that they were there and they were looking over me. My nurses became my lifelines, my sunshine, and my hope. And though I will never be able to thank them enough or repay them for what they did to help me heal in so many ways, I can take opportunities like this one to acknowledge them and what they do day in and day out to not only change people's lives, but they save them. Needless to say, I have the utmost respect and admiration for each and every one of you. And I sincerely thank you for the very special career path that you have chosen. I know that you will go out into the world and that you will make it a better place for those who you are yet to care for. So may you savor every moment of your graduation tonight and enjoy it with your family and friends that I'm sure have supported you throughout the process, and I know are beaming with pride and so very happy for each and every one of you. On behalf of Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES, the Adult and Continuing Ed program, and the Licensed Practical Nursing program, we wish you the best of everything in your very bright and promising futures. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. Lindsay Maceo from the part-time class will read their response.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lindsay Maceo. I'm so thrilled to stand up here tonight and speak for my class. I want to thank you all for coming tonight to celebrate our graduation. I also want to congratulate all the nursing students that will be graduating tonight. We should all be extremely proud of ourselves knowing we have officially survived nursing school. Our success in the program has consisted of a lot of hard work and dedication, and not just from the students. We want to thank our classroom and our clinical instructors that we've had over the past 2 years for having the patience to deal with all the different types of personalities that have emerged from our class. Even though the class size was small, only 10 students, I'm sure they would never say it was easy. They devoted themselves to focusing on each individual strengths and weaknesses and made sure we were provided with the knowledge to succeed in the future. Being in the part-time program, many of us have full-time jobs and some even have children at home, all while juggling the workload of a nursing program. For our friends and family here tonight, you all have a graduate that has devoted their time and energy to this program. Many of you have taken on roles and responsibilities at home in order to provide us with the time we need to prepare ourselves for the following day at school. There may be some of you, mostly the children here tonight, that have been the reason and motivation why some of my classmates are graduating and have earned a better future. Thank you to all of our friends and family for all that you have done, from letting us vent on the days that we want to give up, and to supporting us here tonight on our graduation. 2 years ago, a group of strangers walked into a classroom, each of them with a different reason why they were walking through that door. 3 of them being certified nursing assistants, 2 of them recent high school graduates, a stay-at-home mom, 2 waitresses, a food service worker, and a real estate agent that all had one common goal: to change their lives for the better. And I couldn't be more pleased to say that when each of us walks across this stage, we will say that we have achieved that goal. Over the past 2 years, we developed many hands-on skills. For example, how to properly administer various types of medications, how to insert a catheter, and most importantly, not to take a blood pressure with the blood pressure cuff upside down. Throughout our 2 years together, we have experienced a true circle of life. The tragedy of losing a family member, as well as having classmates give birth. We have worked together as a class to accomplish what seemed like the impossible. There were days when we laughed so hard, and days where they felt like they were never gonna end. We fought with each other like brothers and sisters over why we all got different answers to a question, and supported each other when someone accomplished something new. We've had the best of times and the worst of times together, but most importantly, together we made it. We have built friendships and made memories that will last beyond the four walls of BOCES, so here we are, finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel to our future as nurses. As we close this chapter of PN school, and as we prepare to sit for our NCLEX and hopefully pass, some of us will start looking for a career as a licensed practitioner nurse, while others will continue their journey towards achieving their RN. I'm excited to share with you that I will be attending Becker College in Massachusetts in the fall to achieve my bachelor's in nursing. Thank you. Personally, I would not be standing here tonight if it wasn't for the support team that I have. I just want to thank my family, especially my parents, for always believing in me and helping me pursue my dream of being a nurse. This is just a stepping stone to bigger and better things. I'm so relieved to finally be able to say that we did it and that we graduated. Congratulations, nurses, we've earned it.
Thank you, Lindsay. Kathy Balistrieri will now announce the award recipients.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations, class of 2015. We're going to start with the perfect attendance certificate to Sandra Corson. The Bedside Nurse Award is given to the student who displays exceptional nursing care to the patients at the clinical sites. From the full-time program, Annie Mata. And from the part-time day program, Lindsay Mascio. The General Excellence Award is given to the student who has achieved the highest academic average combined with excellence at the clinical sites. From the full-time program, Sandra Corson. Congratulations, great job, great job. And from the part-time program, Danielle Wright. Great job.
Congratulations. Melissa Fallon from the full-time class will now give the class response.
Ooh, okay. Let me first start off by thanking everyone for being here tonight to join us for this momentous occasion. My name is Melissa Phelan, and I have been nominated by our full-time LPN class to deliver our graduation speech. We, as the class of 2015, would like to thank our instructors for their leadership, hard work, and patience throughout the last 10 months. Your kindness, professionalism, wisdom, and encouragement have not gone unnoticed nor unappreciated. And although anyone who is willing to let 18 brand new student nurses work under their license is slightly insane, you can rest easy at night knowing that you have transformed and inspired 18 students into nurses, all while keeping your coveted license. Hopefully, knock on wood, since we do have a few days left in the hospital. To try to convey the amount of hard work, emotion, dedication that went into this program into just one speech almost seems insulting. As family members or friends of the students in this program, I am sure you have witnessed the meltdowns, the defeats, and the sleepless nights, which can be summed up by my favorite nursing diagnosis: excessive stress related to chronic exams, secondary to nursing school, as evidenced by uncontrolled crying, extreme exhaustion, and fatigue. These events only to be outnumbered by the successes, the triumphs, the rewards, and the satisfaction that this profession is capable of creating. This year, we learned about a Swiss psychologist named Dr. Kubler-Ross. She created a model to try to explain the process of grief, which we as nurses get to know all too well. She elaborated that each person goes through 5 stages of mourning and grief, which allow them to come to terms eventually with their loss. These 5 stages are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and finally, acceptance. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thought it would be appropriate here tonight to share with you my 5 stages of grief, nursing school edition. The first stage, denial. You sign up for this program and you are in complete denial. I'm sorry, no amount of research on the internet, no amount of talking to other nurses can ever prepare you for the roller coaster that we call nursing school. You are in denial that your books can cost so much, let alone weigh so much. You are in denial that at orientation, you are assigned 1,000 pages to read by the first day. I myself thought this was a typo. You are in denial when you think that you are going to be able to keep up with the current seasons of Game of Thrones, The Bachelor, or Real Housewives, because, spoiler alert, you can't. You are in denial of just how hard nursing school can be. This is the only profession where every multiple choice answer on the exam is correct, and it is your job to determine which is the most correct. Stage 2. After denial comes anger. You start to get mad that you have to memorize every bone in the body and which muscles connect them. You're mad that there is actually math involved in this nursing thing, and you have to score a 100% on your dosage and calculation exam. In the words of our instructor, "Oh, you only got one problem wrong? Congratulations, you only killed one patient today." You start to get mad that you haven't slept in a week, you gain 10 pounds, and no matter how hard you strive for those 90s, you keep getting 70s. Once the anger settles down, the third stage, bargaining, comes into play. You begin to make deals with whoever you think is listening. If I pass this test tomorrow, I'll never procrastinate again. If the exam is somehow open book, I swear I'll start being a better person. I'll start working out if I just pass this one course. You become so desperate and delusional in your quest for a passing grade that you literally lose your mind and start to believe you will do these things. Around February, the fourth stage takes its toll on you, depression. You are so depressed that you have missed every weekend, every holiday, every birthday, every family dinner. You are depressed by how much money you don't have, how much weight you have gained, and how broken your back feels from carrying your textbooks each day. You are depressed by how much you have to study, how tired you are from clinicals, and how there seems to be no light at the end of this tunnel. That is, however, until the fifth stage. This stage, my favorite stage, is acceptance. All of a sudden, one day, it clicks. You start to accept that this is your destiny. Every all-nighter, every dinner missed, every panic attack experienced led you to where we stand right now. It led you to a profession where you can save a life, make someone's day, and make a patient feel safe at their most vulnerable. It led you to this program where we made friends that will last a lifetime, had experiences that changed us as a whole, and restored our faith in humanity. You accept the fact that as a nurse, you can change the world, even if it is just that one patient's world. So thank you to Dr. Kubler-Ross for teaching us how to deal with loss, because we have lost the identities we had prior to the start of this program. We now enter the profession as practical nurses who want nothing more to help those we encounter from day to day. And thank you to our families and friends who have encountered just as much stress as we have. I personally can testify to the fact that my family has put up with complete insanity for the past 10 months. I have diagnosed them with every illness known to man. I've poked and prodded them. I've taken their blood pressure at least 500 times. I've cried in their faces, and I've ruined many appetites and dinners with my stories from clinicals. So, Mom, Dad, Allie, Virginia, and Matthew, thank you so much for not only supporting me emotionally throughout this experience, but for encouraging me, believing in me, and walking on eggshells around me. And to my fellow classmates, I am humbled and blessed that I got to meet each and every one of you. I can honestly say the profession is lucky to have you, and I know we will make the nursing world a better place. I can only hope one day I encounter you as my personal nurse, because I know I'll be in good hands. So, congratulations to the class of 2015, although at most of the time it felt impossible, we really did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. And now we will honor our practical nursing graduate. Mrs. Gromer, will you present the full-time graduates?
Graduates, you can be so proud that you are about to achieve your first professional goal. You have worked hard, and it's time to celebrate your success. May all your career aspirations come true one day soon. Your clinical instructors, Mrs. Elizabeth Belfi, Mrs. Louise Cashman, Mrs. Pappas, Mrs. Palekia, and I are proud to present the full-time class of 2015 for graduation. Lauren Brown, Alicia Barrio, Shama Barachi, Annie Mota, Janika Burnett, Nadia Dawan, Chevelle Saunders, Megan E. Martin, Sandy Corson, Kathleen O'Donnell, Aaron Donahue, Sonia Martinez. Melissa Phelan. Shoshana Morrison. Pearl Peckott. And Ron Rodney. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Gromer. Shafali Mehta Mohan will present the part-time program graduates.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and the instructors to present to you the part-time class of 2015. Bravo. Victoria Gavarguez. Danielle Wright. Rosaline Brennan. Nailani Farrow. Natalie Gardner Atkinson. Lindsay Maceo. Sherelle Foster. Megan Park. Congratulations to all of you.
Before we conclude our program, I would like to give a special thanks to the entire adult education staff for their hard work and dedication to our students. Practical nursing graduates, you have studied hard, some working full-time and part-time, missing many family events, and taking care of children, all while attending school. Your commitment and your instructor's commitment have prepared you to become licensed practical nurses. And we saw proof of this today when I received a phone call from Mrs. Gromer to tell us that one of our own students performed CPR on a patient and saved a life. Congratulations to the practical nursing class of 2015. Thank you for sharing this special evening with us. Graduates, please stand.